Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. We're going to have a look at some of the macro events that are happening in the space. Now the question that gets asked an awful lot is, are we at the bottom of the market? Has Bitcoin bottomed already? And I have come out and I did say in May that I expected crypto to bottom out in June. Now obviously time will tell whether that was right or whether I was wrong, but ultimately it's looking like that could be the case. But it depends on how long these things take to play out, right? So lots going on. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Now let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. Much appreciated. And let's get down to the desktop. We're going to start on CoinMarketCap. The total market cap of all crypto stands at $940.851 billion, so under the $1 trillion mark now. And the pullback in the market has been sort of set off with a lot of different events that are happening in the space. And one of those would be Celsius and everything surrounding that, but we're going to get into all of that stuff once we've had a look at the market. So if we start and have a look at Bitcoin, obviously ranked first by market cap, it's now at 22,497.21, down 1.90%. It's a small bounce, and I mean, if we have a look over the last 7 days, I mean, it went down yesterday to below $21,500 a Bitcoin. Now I did purchase some Bitcoin yesterday. If you were in the Patreon membership on the Discord, you would know that, and you'd know what price I paid for it, somewhere close to that bottom. Now I do expect there to be lower lows still, so a relatively small bounce or a bounce of some sort, and then another pullback is kind of what we're expecting. So we are expecting slightly lower prices, but we'll see whether that comes to fruition. Nick is more the technical analysis guy, so do check out the TA videos. Don't forget to jump in our Discord, link is in the description as well, or become a member on Patreon, where we cover all the different technical analysis, Elliott wave theory, and you can put requests in, as well as having 2 weekly AMAs with us, project write-ups, access to private sales through our VC partnership and so forth. So lots going on in our Discord and on Patreon. But let's have a look at Celsius, which is up 79.52%, and it's at 39 cents 69, ranked 198th by market cap. And if we again have a look, massive sort of decline, and it bottomed right down to about 17 cent, maybe just a little bit less than 17 cent. I can't see it just here. Where are we? Yeah, not going any lower than that, but yeah, about 17 cent, give or take. So huge recovery for Celsius on here, but ultimately it's still precarious, right, with obviously the withdrawals being suspended by Celsius. Now what I would say is there is an awful lot of people within our community and outside of our community that we'd love to have in our community, of course, that are heavily sort of I guess impacted by this, right? And one thing that I would say is we read all these terrible stories about what happened surrounding Luna. What I would say is don't suffer in silence. It's always good to talk. We've got a fantastic community in our Discord, so do jump in there. Everybody is quite happy to lend an ear and that sort of stuff. And ultimately it's only money at the end of the day, and you will recover and you will flourish in this space. Everybody I guess has losses at points within this crypto phase of the cycles, right? This is what happens. So I personally believe that Celsius will do all right and they will survive. It isn't like Luna with the stable coin scenario. They're a lending platform, and I think that it's going to be okay, but truly nobody knows. And I think we all have to kind of be positive in moments like this until we really know what's going to happen, right? And see how things play out. So this is kind of the one, I guess, addition to many other things. Obviously, we had the lunar incident. We've got this with Celsius, and obviously, if they get liquidated, big problems. And then you've got MicroStrategy as well. Obviously, they're down 25%. The MicroStrategy stock has plummeted by 25%. And they've got losses of $1 billion. They're still obviously adamant that they're going to keep hold of their Bitcoin. But ultimately, there's a lot going on. We're already seeing exchanges like crypto.com and various others that are, Coinbase would be another prominent exchange that are, getting rid of people, staff, cutting cutbacks basically to be able to cope with what's happening within the crypto space and the wider economies, right? It's got to be said, there is a tightening happening, and that is putting a strain on everybody's finances. So, it's really important that we're aware of all of these events that are happening around the world, the interest rates, the cost of living and so forth, energy, fuel, the list goes on and on and on, right? Now, one thing that I would say, 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏 is saying that crypto is going through a long-term capital management movement, but nearing a bottom. And I think the point that needs to be made here is we're nearing that bottom, right? We're almost at that point where over the next couple of months is going to be a fantastic opportunity to build that generational level wealth, building up fantastic percentages of coins or projects or altcoins that you think are going to do really well, building out and bulking out that portfolio. These are, the points in the market. If you pick the right projects with the right teams, with the right use cases and all that wonderful stuff, is where generational level wealth can be made. Now, I think for every pound or dollar that you put in, that's going to
Okay, it's that point in the video where we want to talk about being safe in the crypto space. We see a lot of scam activity and want to ensure our cheeky community are as safe as possible and prevent anyone from losing their crypto. There are many different scams in the space, but one of the most common and easy to avoid are those hacked wallets and exchanges being hacked themselves. This is where hardware wallets come in. When it comes to choosing a crypto wallet, there is no perfect solution. And no matter which kind of wallet you do choose, if you don't understand the basics of security, you can still become a target of bad actors. Now, like I said, we like hardware wallets because they minimize the risks that we cannot control, such as major data breaches at cryptocurrency exchanges or malware that exploits the zero-day vulnerabilities in mobile and desktop operating systems. To be clear though, hardware wallets are not perfectly safe. They will give you an added level of security and protection though. We do like to use the ledger devices. We have Ledger Nano S and X on this channel, and these are for a good bang for your buck when it comes to keeping your crypto safe and secure. There are two models, the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S. The X uses Bluetooth and can be used with your mobile, where the Ledger Nano S, it does require you to actually plug it into a laptop. Those are the two main versions, and we actually use both of them as some cryptocurrencies only work with the Ledger Nano S currently. The Ledger Nano S is smaller, however, with a limit on the amount of different coins that you can hold, whereas the Ledger Nano X can hold up to 100 different cryptocurrencies. You often find yourself having a trade-off between the kind of hardware wallet that you want to buy and obviously the ones that do everything you absolutely need them to do. Now, when it comes to cost and availability, I do find that Ledger is a little bit easier to kind of come by and is more affordable to the everyday individual and investor. When it comes to buying a hardware wallet, we do suggest you research the different types and brands, and I cannot stress this part enough. Only order directly from the manufacturer, as there are many fake hardware wallets out there. If you are interested in a hardware wallet, there is a link to Ledger's official website in the description below. You will be able to find out more details about how to keep your crypto safe there. Guys, let's continue with the video.
Be worth 10, 20 or even 50 times that when we get to the next sort of peak of the bull cycle. So make sure that you're utilizing the capital that you have. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. If you're looking for that, then I suggest you go find a financial advisor that deals with cryptocurrency. But this is just purely my opinion. These phases are where we need to be most engaged, where we have to be hyper focused on the projects, the teams, the roadmaps, the dates within the roadmaps, and everything that's happening surrounding a project, right? Because we need to hold teams accountable to the roadmap dates and I guess the stages that they're saying that they're going to implement, because ultimately this is the time for building and doing the work. So we shouldn't see delays. But with that, you have to couple that with making sure that you're doing your risk analysis. This is just my opinion, but ultimately you've got to be happy with that risk tolerance that you've got within your actual portfolio. So lots to be aware of, lots to focus on, but you've got to be hyper alert in this space, right? And you've got to make sure that you're keeping yourself up to date with all the crypto news and the projects that you're invested in. Obviously, just my opinion, not financial advice. Treat this as educational purposes only. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are, right? I think that we're going to go under $20,000. I think it'll be short-lived, and I think we will start to recover nicely. And at that point, we're going to start to basically have that accumulation phase where we have slightly lower prices, and you really should be focused on the number of coins and not the price of the coins, because ultimately the aim of this is to get as many as possible, and then the gains come much later. So that's my thoughts and opinions. I'm kind of aligned to 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏 on the fact that the crypto market is nearing the bottom, but we're not quite there just yet. I'd imagine Nick's technical analysis would align with that, with the Elliott wave theory, which is obviously utilizing human emotion to plot out what the prices are going to. It's really technical, but it's definitely worth utilizing the tools that are available to us. Obviously, members can put requests in for technical analysis on the projects that they want information on. So do jump in our Patreon section. Link is in the description, and if that's not of any interest to you, that's fine. Why not jump into our Discord? It's free to join. There's over 3,500 people chatting about crypto 24/7. Fantastic community that are here to support one another and harbor the adoption of cryptocurrency and stomp out this tribalism. So why not join? It's free, nothing to lose. We'd love to have chats. I mean, we regularly jump into the chat function that we have on the Discord, and you can chat and ask us questions directly. So why not? If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.